Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Say It. So Corus Entertainment has announced that the cameras are set to go and ready to roll for the new edition of Housewives in Toronto. First of all, who's excited about Housewives coming to Toronto?
I am so excited. I mean, I am addicted to the Housewives franchise. Can't get enough of it.
Okay.
I mean, like, I have a problem with reality TV because it's not always like real. It's kind of just like, you know, reenactments and, you know, something that's small, they'll like, I guess, over exaggerate it for TV shows. So
Well, I don't know if Stacey
Believe
agrees
me,
with that
honey,
one.
This is real. This is reality TV at its best. And I mean, even going back to the stars wish list, like I read something, I think Mary Jo Eustace is one of the hopefuls.
Right.
And I mean, that would be huge. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mary Jo
No.
Eustace. She was
I don't
married
know her.
to Dean McDermott, who is now married to Tori Spelling.
Oh, I did
So,
see her on the
mean,
list. I
that
did.
divorce played out publicly, so people couldn't get enough of that. So
Okay.
that in itself, it just shows how much reality and what we're able to see, and viewers do want to see that. At least I know I do. Love it.
On to another hot topic, and controversial as well. They discussed over and over again the issue of spanking. Now, I'm a mom, and I think there's a couple of moms on this panel. You're not having kids, like, what's your take on this?
I think as long as it's not, for example, like, you know, abusive, where it's like, you know, leaving marks. Opinion for now.
I mean, where do you draw the line though between what's abusive and not abusive? Because what I think
A mark.
would be abuse
A mark.
might be abuse. You know what I mean?
The mark is the
I
line.
mean, okay, but that's pretty harsh if you're gonna leave a mark. So I mean, just because you don't leave a mark doesn't mean you're not abusing the child. I mean, and again, I think it depends on the family and it depends on the child too. Because I don't believe in spanking personally, but I think it just depends on the child. I mean, it's such a controversial subject in itself. I don't think we'll ever find a consistent approach to the topic. So.
Welcome back. Gamers all over the world are focused on Los Angeles right now, and Ellie's here to tell us why. Ellie?
Ladies, what do you think about the new gadgets?
I'm not really a gamer, but Stacey, aren't you a gamer? I need someone to explain to me this sort of goggle gadget thing.
Well, I must admit I am a teeny bit of a gamer myself, and I mean, the idea of a virtual gaming experience blows the mind. I mean, I grew up playing these two-dimensional games. My first console was the original Nintendo, and eventually I evolved into playing the original PlayStation. So we've come such a far way from that, and I mean in terms of even just playing online and the graphics itself. So now we're seeing these amazing graphics in these first-person games, such as Call of Duty, GTA, Batman Arkham. So I mean, just experiencing those games alone in a virtual reality, I just can't imagine. And again, it's just mind-blowing, and I'm so stoked about it.
Donkey Kong? Are those
Yeah,
Donkey Kong?
exactly.
Those
Those
What
are
about Mario? I love
Yeah.
Super Mario.
Yeah, that was
the mushrooms
pretty
and,
old
okay.
school, but we've come a long way since
What are you
then.
saying, Stacey?
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I mean, we're now being able to run through cities, jump into cars, doing things like that, blowing up buildings. So, I mean, we've come a long way from jumping on mushrooms. So, yeah.
I think that the cool thing about it is sort of taking it completely out of its context. If I could picture where I want to be, it would be, let's say, they're in a vineyard and I'm drinking wine and I feel like I'm in the vineyard. Like that would be my bag.
There's no limit with the virtual reality because that's what it is. It's virtual.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
So
it's
what? Tell me.
I think outer space. I think that would be cool.
that's a good one.
See Saturn.
Well, I'm not going to outer space. They don't have enough air for me.
Go to that beautiful place on Star
Oh, the
Trek.
beach.
You know that place with all
Oh.
the plants and all the beautiful
Okay.
scenery? I want to go there. Can't wait.
I've heard that there's other ways too, but it's not that kind of show.
Oh, I know where you're going.
So we won't go there, right?
Spank.
Oh, right back to
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Oh, so here's another good topic next week, ladies. Is it okay to spank another adult? No, now we're way off topic.
Unless you're on the Housewives.
Apparently, you can only say that once. According to an article in the USA, now get this. Now, this one sort of floored me. A man from Denver got really wasted, and he left a $1,000 tip for his waiter. You ever made a mistake like this?
No, never. But what I learned from the story is that never trust a drunk man.
Never trust a drunk man?
Yeah.
Is this an ancient proverb, or is it just like?
No, it's just from this scenario.
It's
That's
straight
what
down?
yeah.
What do you think? Is that around?
Well, first of all, to the gentleman that left that generous tip, if you are watching, please follow me on Instagram. I'd love for us to go out for drinks. But on a more serious note, I do believe that he's not, the owners of the restaurant are not obligated to give the tip back, but personally I think I would, because it was, you could tell maybe he had a little bit too much to drink and could have mistaken a 20 for something else. So I would definitely give him back if I did see him come back to my establishment.
One thing I have to say for sure is that if there was a table of housewives from the TV show Toronto at a table and they left $1,000 tip and they only had coffee, I think that would make perfect sense, because I'm sure they would annoy everybody so badly. Like, I don't know what you think, but if I was the waiter serving housewives, I would definitely, before they even walk in the restaurant, say, I need $1,000 tip before you even come in. Well, that's our show for today, and a whole bunch of silliness. I know I had a great time with you ladies, and I can't wait to get back to this next week. If you want to bring in some of your comments or otherwise, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Say It. So have a great afternoon from us to you.